haters, cultivators. Welcome to Podcasting is Forbidden in the Collab Recesses, the only lesbian-hosted podcast about Master of the Cold.
Master of the Cold.
That's what it's called. I'm Roy, aka Wenchud.
You know it, you love it. And I'm Fallon, aka Jujul Liker 1995.
They have logged on.
You also know and love it.
We also know and love it.
It's a known fact here on this podcast that I do enjoy Jiang Yanli the most.
All my homies love Jiang Yanli.
All my homies love Jiang Yanli.
Sect leader Rude Boy Sandu Shengsho Jiang Yanli. Let's not forget that is his entire name. Sect leader
Rude Boy Sandu Shengsho Jiang Yanli.
That's his name. That's his whole ass name. Folks!
Legally.
We had some Q episodes.
We had a couple Q episodes, y'all, and they were really cute.
They were really cute. We had one where Wei Wuxian destroyed the environment by being bad at poetry.
Yeah, and it was an adaptation of a chapter, well, a little snippet,
yeah,
I should say, from the novel that we've gone over recently, actually,
in
about
a much
the
different
flower
context.
demon,
yeah.
In a very different context, about the flower demon and how, like, he went to tell her poetry, and he annoyed her so much that she finally showed her face to him just to kick his ass, basically. Yeah. Love that.
He deserves it.
Icon shit.
And then Tentacle Huaisong.
Tentacle Huaisong, there was a little bit of teratophilia in there.
Just a
I'm
little
not
bit.
Gonna lie, there was a touch of teratophilia. Sorry. Oh, here we are getting closer to the mic. Hello. We're in it now.
Here we are getting closer to the mic.
We're really in it now, Ariana.
And then we had one from this past week called Fixing Up a Quarrel.
Fixing Up a Quarrel.
The timing couldn't be better. This is why we had to take 2 weeks on this episode.
Yeah.
It's because we had to wait for this episode to come out. That's what I'm telling the public.
Yep, that's it. It wasn't that Fallon's work and helping someone who needed it schedule was a little weird the past week.
It's not like...
It was a lot.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with me also having depression.
The whole depressy thing also has an element
possibly
in it.
The point is,
it was really good. It was basically a condensed vignette of Zhang Fengmian and Yu Ziyan's entire relationship.
It was some fucking sitcom-ass bullshit. It's Wei Wuxian and Jiang Cheng and Jiang Yanli doing some sitcom hijinks to try to patch up a little spat that they had, and they keep giving Madame Yu all of these presents, and they keep hurting her physically.
Yeah. They're gag presents, essentially.
That's the bit.
That's the bit. It's physical humor.
Yeah. The first one, they get her a pretty robe, and she trips on it, and it's very similar to the robe that she wears in The Untamed, which is a cool, fun flashback, or flash thing. Not flashback. This chapter's a flashback, but I'm going, throwback.
A callback?
Callback, that's
there
what it
is. We got there.
Folks, I've been napping, but she's been fucking napping.
She's been fucking napping, as it turns out.
As it happens. But then they get her some makeup, and it makes her break out, and then they get her some flowers, and it makes bees happen. They shake the tree, and the bees come out, the wasps come out.
And they're angry, and they all have anime eyes as well.
All the bees are chibi.
All of the bees are chibi as well.
Folks, the big bee from the Ni sect has wandered over to Yunmeng and brought all of his boys.
Yeah, all of his friends are there. They're fucking shit up at the Zhang sect now. Lotus Pier is just inundated. Inundated with them.
Just fucked with bees.
And the flowers just did not really help not attract the bees.
No.
And for some reason, they were already angry when they came in. So
probably because they saw Jiang Fengmian coming back, because he comes back right in time to get yelled at.
That's true.
Guess who just got yelled at?
They could sense the energy in the room, and they really... Here's the thing. I don't know if you knew this, but bees are very sensitive to vibes.
It's true.
If they sense that you have a fucked up vibe, they will fuck you up.
They will fucking kill you, and that's why they buzz. Because they're detecting vibes.
You gotta have the right kind of vibe for a bee not to fuck with you.
Sorry to be an entomologist,
And you also don't just don't fuck with bees.
You don't do that.
Like, I know you're scared of them, but...
Be nice to bees. They're just fat.
Yeah, they're really fat.
Yeah, they're just fat. It's good.
They're trying to pollinate stuff.
I'm trying to get my pollen on.
They're trying to fuck some flowers, man. Hell you want.
Let me jerk into this flower. Let
me hit it once.
Let me hit it once.
And then...
Let me bump and dump.
Let me hit it once for my queen.
Let me bump and dump.
Let me bump, dump. Pick some up. Drop it back down.
And I don't see nothing wrong with a little buzz and grind.
Absolutely not. We read a chapter.
We did read a chapter. We read a chapter. We
didn't read a chapter today, but we did read a chapter for this episode.
I read a chapter today. Like a week ago, so hopefully I'll remember my
I read a chapter in small chunks over like a week.
Point is, we ingested a chapter, and that chapter was chapter 51, Courage, part 1.
We inhaled it, gobbled it up like little gerblins. You know. Just
bit that bad boy off. Do you want me to do the summary? Because this is a quick one. We're back in the years of, I don't know why years, but we're back in the territory that the donghua covered.
Yeah, well,
it only took 51 chapters, but we're covering this shit in season 1 of the donghua.
I appreciate the pacing of the donghua.
I do.
I do appreciate the pacing of the donghua. I appreciate that they're gonna save a little bit of that earlier canon shit for later, but also they're doing grasses next.
Yeah.
So there's that if you're excited for that. Yay.
And if you're not, just be like Roy and remember that they finally showed Chibi NMJ.
Yeah, Chibi NMJ is going to be here.
He is here.
It's going to be really good.
He's fucking here. He's round. He's so round.
So is little Chibi Mungyao, guys. Let's get excited.
They're here. But chapter 51 is also here.
2 of them.
51
of them.
51 of them!
51
wow.
big ones.
51 of
51
them.
51 years of laughs.
51 chapters of laughs. Chapter 51, Courage, Part 1.
Courage, Part 1.
Courage. Folks, it's flashback time. Yep. It's about 18 years ago, back at the Lotus Pier. Wei Wuxian and Jiang Cheng are doing some Bart Simpson shit, shooting down these kites. Jiang Cheng's scary mom, Madame Yu, comes up and tells them to quit fucking around and says Wei Wuxian is a bad influence. That evening at dinner, she and Jiang Cheng's failed dad, Zhang Fengmian, they break the news to the kids that the Wen sect is forcing every other sect to send 20 of their boys to Chishan for re-education, normal. And the Jiang parents get into an argument that ends with Madame Yu going on this passive-aggressive rant about Jiang Cheng's always going to come in second, huh? And you're just cool with it, Zhang Fengmian. Thanks for nothing.
She goes on several different rants about
she could not stop going off on rants.
She had time for it today. She had the time for it. God almighty, did she have time for it today.
But yeah, after her last rant, she leaves. Zhang Fengmian says, well, when the two of you go off tomorrow, don't forget the famous thing we say of attempt the impossible. So the next day, the whole squad takes off, and they get to Chishan, and people from every sector there. Wei Wuxian sees Lan Wangji, but before he can be annoying, some dude on this big platform calls them all to attention, and this is Wen Rohan's younger son, Wen Chao, and he's just a greasy fucking asshole. He's got this tough-looking dude on one side of him and this sexy lady on the other side, and he tells everyone to hand over their swords and announces that everyone's here to be indoctrinated the Wen way. Jiang Cheng tells Wei Wuxian not to be a fucker because the dude next to Wen Chao is Wen Zhulu, the core-melting hand, and he has the power to just completely demolish your cultivation organ and turn you into a normie. Everyone hands over their swords, they all get a copy of The Quintessence of the Wen Sect, as the novel calls it, which is their new textbook. We find out that Wen Chao has this, shitty, petty grudge against Wei Wuxian and Jin Zichuan and Lan Wangji for beating him in the archery competition, remember that?
As well as Jiang Cheng.
Yeah. Well, we'll get there. And he just treats them the most like shit. Jin Zichuan fucking hates it the most, but Wei Wuxian just kind of laughs it off because he's used to being treated like shit, and Lan Wangji is seemingly just Mr. Pay It No Mind. So one day Wen Chao and his boys take everyone out to Dust Creek Mountain to do Ghostbuster shit so he can steal some valor. And Wei Wuxian notices that Lan Wangji's leg is injured in some way, so he kind of slows down and asks him about it, and that's where the chapter ends. Short and sweet.
That's it. It's about, 8 pages?
It's a little snack of a chapter.
It's a little treat.
It's just a treat.
Actually, no,
treat.
it's not a treat because 20 treats do equal 1 snack.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
So it is a snack of a chapter, I would
Okay,
say.
yeah.
God, it's more like a half a snack, I would say.
Yeah.
Because if each page is a treat...
Every page is a treat. We know this.
We're going by Drill's metric of what constitutes a meal, okay?
Hold on, I have to look this up because I need to remember
pull it up
the
so we can elucidate the
drill,
people.
snack, treat.
We need to elucidate
Okay.
to enlighten the people.
So 20 treats equals 1 snack. 3 snacks equals 1 meal. 3 meals equals boys' daily intake. 180 treats equals boys' daily intake. 1 treat equals 1 goodie. 60 goodies equals 1 meal.
See, I mean, it's simple math. It's simple math.
That's just how it is. That's just how it is. I think a goodie might be like more or less in this well, no, because if a treat is equal to a goodie, then that means that 60 goodies. Drill. You're getting a little tricky here.
He's either getting a little tricky or he never took a math class. And that's why I understand and like the tweet, because I see nothing wrong with it.
You know what? I'm thinking too hard about it. And I just need to accept that this is how it is. Page-wise, I would say that this is definitely a snack, I think.
Yeah, it's a snack.
Yeah. I think 20 treats is maybe like, maybe 2 treats per page. I feel like that would work out.
We get a decent amount of treats per page.
Yeah.
TPP, if you will.
TPP. Total
treats per page.
TTT.
TTPP. TTPP. Total treats per page is a really good metric for judging how good a chapter is.
TTPP.
I think we should hold on to that.
We gotta up our TTPP. We gotta start tracking our TTPP.
Yeah, I will say one thing, not as an aside. Working in a retail environment makes you realize just how many acronyms for things there are.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Dude, I cannot tell you how many fucking acronyms I have to work with at the library. Everything is a damn acronym.
I work in a corporate retail environment, and they just love to use acronyms for every part of the business. Every single part of it. And it's taken me 6 months, but I've learned most of them. Some of them I just kind of don't question at this point.
You can't. You gotta just accept them when you get that many. Everything is boy...
It's unhandleable.
Let me have all of the damn acronyms, is what they say. But we're not talking about acronyms in particular. We're talking about one acronym, and that is YJSLP, Yunmeng Jiangsek's Lotus Period.
Yunmeng Jiangsek's Lotus Period doesn't necessarily roll off the tongue.
Which is why we have to abbreviate it down to YJSLP. Comes a little bit easier.
Yidslip.
That's where I'm at. This is where we am. We're here.
Yeah, we're chilling here. The boys are like, this is after Gusu. It's about, what would you say, like a year?
A year or two, something like that, yeah.
Boys are like 16, 17.
Yeah, they're 17 because it says somewhere that, Madame Yu, I think, says that Zhang Cheng is 17 explicitly, so he's...
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so he's getting there.
Yeah, they're 17.
Still lads. Yeah.
Yeah, they're lads. They're rowdy little lads.
Yeah, 17 is solid lad age.
And they're explaining the Lotus Pier at the beginning here, and it's all beautiful, and it's like one could feel a naive sense of clumsiness.
Yeah.
Throughout all of these nice piers and this gorgeous water. Like, it must be one of the weirdest ways to describe an environment I've ever read, but, like, I do get the vibe.
I fuck with it. It's like, this whole paragraph, like, it's like, it, like, anthropomorphizes the environment, which I think is really cool. Everything is, like, you know, like, we get these things that are explicitly, like, humanoid features. Brushed shoulders, swayed as if they nodded their heads. And then, like, a sense of clumsiness. Like, what kind of fucking plant has a sense of clumsiness? Some fucked up piranha plant, but, like...
It's just fun that she set up this sect as a living being when we're first introduced to it.
Yeah, I wonder if that's themes at all.
I wonder if we should care about that.
Probably
I wonder
not.
if we're being set up to care a lot about the Lotus Pier.
I wonder if the very next line after that sentence happens also has to do with that, which is that the Lotus Pier wasn't as otherworldly as the other sect's residences, shutting their doors and refusing to let commoners come within a boundary miles away.
Oh yeah, God forbid they have open borders.
God forbid open borders, God forbid the normies come around. And I think that's super interesting, that, like, you know, we barely get any descriptions of the other sects. Like, we get maybe, like, like, one or two of, like, specific buildings at, like, the Koi Tower, and then, like, Gusu's probably the next most described.
Like, the general vibes of it and stuff. Yeah.
We don't know fuck about, the Unclean Realm.
Not at all.
Nothing.
We don't get anything for the Unclean Realm. It's as mysterious as its residents.
Yeah. It's just there. It's just vibing.
It's literally just
censored.
vibing, as it turns out.
Yeah.
It's censored.
The camera goes over and there's just a big black bar.
Oh my god. It's all mosaic.
Yeah. It's pixelated. What if it was shaped like a dick and that's why?
Oh my god, all of the mountains are just shaped like peepees.
It'd be funny.
They're shaped like peepees! So, Wei Wuxian and Zhang Cheng are fucking around shooting kites.
Doing lad shit.
They're doing lad shit. Of course they're in competition. And, Zhang Cheng flies it out, and he waits until the very last second, and then he shoots it, and he's like, genuinely surprised he actually hit the kite because he's a sweet angel. He's like, oh, it hit! Oh my god.
Does he... Am I reading the right part?
Huh?
No, never mind. Okay, because I thought that he, like, waited until, like, it was almost too far, but I think that might be something. Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
He did wait. He was, like, not really sure.
Yeah, he's kind of, like, overcompensating a tiny bit. Like, I gotta make sure, fuck. But,
And then... he looks at Wei Wuxian's and he's like, "Hey, wow, yours is way out there. Are you sure you can hit that?" Wei Wuxian's like, "You want to take a guess, bitch?" I hate how smug he is, but I hate even more that he is like 100% capable of backing that attitude up.
I fucking hate it. He's impossible.
Hate it. Oh god, I can't stand it. Like, if he were shitty,
if he were shitty about this,
that would be one thing.
He's just annoying about it.
No, I mean, if you were shitty at the things that he was bragging about, then I would derive some sense of satisfaction from it. But as it stands...
this bitch is just out here. He's not even humble bragging. He's just like,
bragging.
I'm good. It's a fact. What the fuck ever. Like, I don't know what you want me to say. I'm not going to downplay my talent. And I'm just good, bitch.
Bless him for that, because nobody else tells him he's good. Jesus.
Yeah. As if fucking, like, Madame Yu is gonna say, oh yeah, good job to this bitch. Absolutely not.
It's brushed off immediately later on, but we'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll get there. But,
and so he, of course, hits.
Yep.
And Zhang Cheng is like, fuck, whatever.
Yeah. And then Zhang Cheng's kite ends up being in second place to Wei Wuxian's, which I wonder if that's ever going to come up again. Probably not.
I realized that I said it was just Zhang Cheng and Wei Wuxian shooting kites. It's both of them. It's all of them. All of the shidi.
Many of them. Many little Zhang boys. We get a mention of the last, or the shidi who was the sixth oldest, who always places last. And I wonder why they bring him up in particular. I'm just kind of putting a little bookmark on him.
I couldn't guess. Honestly, I couldn't really tell you.
Couldn't tell you. But,
I wonder why they never give him a name either. Like, that's so weird.
I know. I wish there were names for the little rando boys, but whatever.
I know.
I want to know their names.
Please.
I want to know their buddies. But, so then two meidos skateboard in, and they...
And it says they're dressed as armed maids, and all I can visualize is, like, black and white maids, like meidos, with swords and armor.
It rules.
Like, it fucking rules. They come shredding in.
And they do a sick ollie.
Yes. They fucking slide in, and they're holding one of the kites with an arrow in it. They're like, who the fuck is responsible for this? And Wei Wuxian, like, immediately steps up, and he's like, hey,
ground me. I'm in trouble. Yeah, because he knows what's up.
You can kind of tell this is not the first time he's done this.
Oh, yeah, no. And then Madame Yu comes up and does a cry stare, and she just parts through the... Here. Mom is here.
Mom is here.
Mother is here. And she's like, oh, you did it, huh? Okay. Let's see. Let's see what that's worth. And we get this description about her, about how she's a natural at sneering, just like Zhongcheng.
Oh my god, it's so good.
It's good.
And I also... I noticed something. I made a personal realization when I was reading through the paragraph. Well, it's not really a personal realization. It's just me realizing I'm a dumbass. Reading through the paragraph where her, like, physical attributes are described. And we've gotten this paragraph describing someone's physical attributes about 40 times now. I feel like it happens once every other chapter. But I'm always like, haha, yeah, whatever. Like, he was rather handsome. Oh, I'm like, okay, yawn. But then, the second it's a lady intro, I'm like on the edge of my seat. Like, tell me more. Tell me about her thin waist. Can I learn about her jade stone coldness?
Well, that's just a symptom of gay.
That's true. That's kind of what made me realize I was a dumbass. I was like, why is it that I'm like, okay, thank you, when I got to the edge of this paragraph, and then at the end of every other paragraph, I was like, great.
Cool, he's handsome, yeah.
He's handsome.
Throw him in the pile with the rest of them.
Like, really?
Yeah.
The handsome boys pile.
The handsome boys pile. My big stack of handsome boys.
Oh, God. And we get the description, she's like Yu Ziyun. She's Zhang Fengmian's wife, of course, but she goes by Madame Yu.
Instead of Madame Zhang.
Extreme pre-divorce queen energy.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a prenup. What the fuck do you want?
And it's like some people guessed that it was because she didn't want to take on her husband's surname due to her assertive personality. And both of them are cagey about it. But she's Madame Yu. She's just Madame Yu.
Do you think, Zhang Fengmian is never gonna press for that. He's too beta.
No!
Fuck no, okay. It's fucking 4 p.m. every day. It's time for Zhang Fengmian's dick flattening.
Yeah, I think the closest he would get would be early in their relationship. He's like, how do you feel about hyphenated last names?
Fuck you.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, honey.
Yes, honey.
I wish I could do a droopy dog voice.
Oh my god. Yes, honey.
I'm goofy, but
I'm goofy.
but yeah, we get some description about her, and we find out how powerful she is, which I like. She's very strong. Yeah,
she's just kind of crazy, but she's super powerful as a cultivator, so it's fine.
That shit goes hand in hand. What do you expect, Ray?
The two maids are her personal maids, and they're her
ride or dies.
Her ride or dies. And sorry, but Madame Yu should have been able to just run away with her cool maids.
Sorry to say it.
Called it a day.
Sorry to say it.
I hate that it turned out the way it did.
Yeah.
And we're allowed to say that because we've already been through this in the donghua, so yay.
But we do get this bit that I think is kind of interesting, because it says even after she married Zhang Fengmian, she had always been out on night hunts, not overly fond of staying at the Jiangsek's Lotus Pier. So she's like, she goes here, she chills, whatever. She's got she's got her two main girls. Mm-hmm. She's got a couple members of her family there. She has a couple kids. She's married to this dude, and then she's like, I can't be in this damn house. I'm gonna go out and do some Ghostbuster shit. I don't have the time for this, Zhang Fengmian. I don't have the time for you.
Yeah, I'm over this.
If I were her, yeah, I would want to go out and do whatever the fuck I felt like.
Yeah, can't let me down.
Yeah, gotta take out that mad somehow.
It's a mediocre-ass household. It's not her fault for wanting to seek better and cooler things for herself, all right? But I would like to add that I would really like to be like, the crisp vegetables in a Jinju, Madame Yu, Yinju sandwich.
The crisp vegetables.
Perhaps the mayonnaise. A touch of Dijon.
A leaf of lettuce, perhaps.
The bacon accoutrement.
A sliced tomate.
Maybe the cheese.
Maybe the cheese. Maybe more.
Perhaps the cheese.
Perhaps the cheese, Smiles. But she comes up and she, like... I just picture her coming up to Jiang and, like, grabbing him by the ear and yanking him over to her. And she's like, what are you fucking doing?
Oh my god. Do you know who Madame Yu reminds me of?
Oh no,
and
who?
I realized this while I was reading it.
Who?
The boss that I had at that bar restaurant that I worked at for 2 weeks before I realized she was fucking Godzilla and I had to quit.
Jesus Christ.
It was the same shit where it was just constantly breathing down everyone's necks.
Oh my god.
It was like, if mama isn't happy, ain't nobody happy. She had 2 signs with that on it in her office.
Oh my god.
And she just, oh my god, it was so horrible. She literally was like fire-breathing dragon.
Oh my god.
Very big Madame Yu energy.
Madame Yu with that written on a mug.
Oh my god. She's the one with the like bold text boss, cursive text lady.
God,
mug.
Don't put boss lady energy on her. Boss babe.
Oh
God,
no, she's not a boss babe. She would never call herself a babe. She would call herself a boss bitch.
Boss bitch. Jesus. But she yanks Jiang over and she looks him over and she's like, you are acting out. You out here acting like a little kid, which, like, he's 17, but go off, I guess.
Like, he's still a kid, but work.
But work.
It says it went without saying that she was scolding him again.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure it was said by Madame Yu.
Yeah.
Repeatedly.
Yeah.
It goes.
She walked right up and said, Jiang, get over here. I'm going to scold you.
Yes. Jiang, it's time for your daily scolding. Yes, Anya.
All right. More like his father than he thinks. So then, like, she notices Wei Wuxian just kind of, like, being there. Because, like, one of the other shitties, like, sticks his tongue out at Jiang, like, oh, your mom's making fun of you. Just being teens. And, like, Wei Wuxian looks at him, and then she looks at Wei Wuxian and is like, what do you want?
Oh, you over here. Let me verbally abuse you next.
Wei Ying? Oh, it's on. It's on site. It is on site.
What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing over there, Wei Ying? Huh? What are you doing? Wei Ying's over there, like staring at the ground.
He does guilty boy face.
He's like, I'm sorry, Madame Yu. No, he doesn't.
No.
He's like, listen.
She's like, you're a bad influence on my perfect special baby boy who I'm going to insult at every twist and turn. And then...
God, she really flips on them like 6 different times in this scene.
This is the same shit that Jiang does, though. And the same shit that Wei Wuxian kind of does. Like, you know, there's only one person allowed to make fun of this person, and that's me.
Absolutely.
Nobody else is allowed to scold or criticize this person. Only me.
She's like, yeah, you're good for nothing. You're just stagnating. And Wei Wuxian's like, what? Me? Stagnating? Am I not progressing better than anybody here?
Am I not Shishong? Am I not Da Shishong?
Like, hello? And Jiang is like, Wei Wuxian, shut up.
Shut
and when
the
he
fuck
uses
up.
his entire ass courtesy name, you know he is not fucking around.
It's on, dude.
It's on.
And, like, I super didn't remember Wei Wuxian ever talking back to Madame Yu, like, in any way, shape, or form. So just that one line, that one thing where he's like, but I am doing a good job. Like, isn't it obvious? Like, that was like, I was like, okay, alright, get your life, Wei Ying.
I mean, shit.
I didn't remember you doing it, but, like, damn.
He's not wrong.
I mean, that's about the extent of it, but do what you gotta do.
Yeah, even him speaking up for himself a little bit is definitely interesting.
But Jiang starts complaining because the Wens are hogging all the night hunting territory, and basically the Lotus Pier is kind of on lockdown. They basically have nothing to do and nowhere to go. Because Wensby out there.
They've basically taken control of all of the night hunting territory in the entire cultivational world that they're in, basically.
They're just manspreading.
They're taking over as much land as they can, because they can.
Yeah, because there's a lot of them, and they're the wins. And Madame Mew says, well, too bad. And
then she says, I'm afraid that this time, even if you don't want to leave, you'll have to anyway. And she just pieces out. She leaves so dramatically. She didn't pay them any more attention and walked through the hallway holding her chin high. She just lets them figure it out for themselves.
Do the math.
Hey, the parenting. Rotten.
Bad. Not great. Then it's din-din time.
It's din-din time.
Yeah, we're at the din-din table, and we learn that the Shishan-Wen sect sent out messages to everybody because all of the sects are bad at teaching, and they all fucking suck, and all of the sects have to send 20 of their fail sons to Shishan within 3 days, or else.
They gotta send them to the fascist re-education camp, and
come to Shishan in next 3 days if you want an ass kicking.
I'll tell you, I think it's gonna work out.
It's gonna be fine.
Fascist re-education camps always work out.
Yeah, I've never heard of anything like this in history going poorly.
No, I don't think so.
So Wei Wuxian, complains, and he's like, this is fascism, it's bad. Zhang Fengmian is like, he just says, it's dinner time, let's not talk about how bad fascism is.
It's fine, they're not here, but I won't have somebody taking a side in this house unless it's Wei Wuxian's. And that's that on that.
This centrist bitch. Not to get spoilers on Maine, but this is all shit that we've already been over with the donghua. But, can you imagine if this fucker had been involved in the Sunshot campaign?
God!
Nothing would have gotten done. Jin Guangshan would have been able to fucking suck Wen Rohan's dick all he wanted. God
He
damn.
could have sucked it clean off. He could have sucked it clean off.
Clean off.
And Zhang Fengmian would have been like, oh, good for them. They're forming intersect relations.
This bitch would have been up there talking about...
Excuse me.
Talking about some... Oh, well, we need to look across... We need to try to extend our hand across the aisle. We need to try to strive for bipartisanship. Bitch, I'm too mad. I'm too mad about real world.
Strive for these nuts.
Strive for these fucking nuts.
Strive for these fucking nuts. That's what I'm saying.
God.
So Jiang Yanli tries to diffuse the tension a little bit by handing Wei Wuxian some cool pod seeds.
She gives him some treats.
She gives him some nice little lotus seeds. And she was busy peeling them. She does not speak in this chapter.
Yeah.
But she peels some lotus seeds.
Yeah, so we finally get her being present, I guess.
She's there. She's there to give people snacks.
Yep. Give snacks. And that's about it.
Yeah.
But we like snacks. I mean, we're getting treats. Are these treats or snacks? We gotta go back to the math.
Snack.
It's
a snack, yeah.
Snack.
It's a snack.
A mid-meal snack.
We're receiving treats per page. Our treat per page is at sort of at a lull right now, so we're gonna have to. Here's our mid-chapter sales update. Our treats per page is looking a little low. It's at about a 33%. We really need to bump that up to a 59 or a 60 by the end of the hour. I know you guys can do it. You've been killing it out there. We just need to push it a little further and get that book read. Get those treats sold. And you got it, guys.
Jiang Yanli, Employee of the Month, comes in and says, oh, I got some treats to up the ratio.
Yeah, she's got some treats, but we're going to get to that treats per page ratio when we get to it. Yeah. I'm going to give an update when we get to it. Okay, we just need to kind of see how the winds are blowing right now.
Yeah. But, so Wei Wuxian goes on this, he goes on this fascism is bad thing, and Zhang Fengmian's like, ugh, and, this is, when I noticed that, the only time Wei Wuxian is ever, mild I guess, is like when he's with the Zhangs, and like for what a big deal that is, or for what a big deal it is that Zhang Fengmian treats him more kindly than he does his own kids, that sure as shit doesn't seem like it's made much of a difference in how much Wei Wuxian seems to feel like he belongs there.
No, not at all.
Yeah, because he's still super like, or at least like he's super deferential to Yanli.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the only person that he really feels like he totally... that's the only person that I think he feels
he's
totally
comfortable with
accepting.
their dynamic.
Yeah. But like he kind of reads in some parts that he's like kind of aware that he's being singled out for favorable treatment, and but he's also aware that makes him just as much of a target as like when he's being singled out for, you know, being a quote unquote bad influence and being annoying boy. But,
it's like he can't win either way.
He can't. It fucking sucks. But, yeah. But Jiang Yanli, she gives him treats, and then Madame Yu is like, don't fucking give him treats. They're about to go to Chishan and not have anything to eat. They might as well not eat.
Yeah, let's just start him out on it.
Yeah. And
get him conditioned for it.
Yeah. Cause the Wen sect just strikes down any sect that says no to him because they do some Reigns of Castamere bullshit every time.
Yeah, they just kind of decide arbitrarily that the sect has done something to deserve its destruction and just kind of go to town.
You know? It's regular.
And so Zhang Fengmian's like, hey, it's fine. Listen, that's tomorrow. For now, we gotta eat this food.
Come on, it's din-dins.
And it says he replied in a lukewarm voice. I'm like, this man is entirely lukewarm. He's somehow been lingering in the temperature danger zone for years.
You take this bitch's temperature and it's like 73.
It's 73. He's reached a temperature at which he is able to contract several dude-borne illnesses. It's just not safe. He either needs to be refrigerated or thrown out. Actually, no, just throw him out.
Just throw the whole man out.
If you put him in the fridge now, he's already got dude-borne illnesses all over him.
What is a dude-borne illness?
It's an illness that's on a guy.
That's a side effect of moving to a guy-based economy.
A dude-borne illness is well, there are several dude-borne illnesses, okay? It's just, it's kind of an umbrella, just like there are many food-borne illnesses. Yeah. Do you understand?
No, I got you. Yeah, no, the extended bit. I like the bit.
That's very funny and clever, and, you know, I'm doing really well.
Yeah, I'm donating to the fund that supports all of the men who have contracted the dude-borne illness that makes them only drink G Fuel.
Yeah, there's the dude-borne illness that makes you enjoy the sound of Ben Shapiro's voice. There's the dude-borne illness that makes you a passive-aggressive piece of shit, or just a straight-up passive piece of shit in rare cases like Zhang Fengmian's.
Yeah.
There's the dude-borne illness that makes you think that you're a good person just because you're leftist. And it gives you credence to like harass women because you can't be a harasser because you're a leftist.
Yeah.
There's
the one that makes you like selectively blind so you can't read text written by women. And you just see like kind of a vague thing of them explaining something and then you say, well, actually, over it.
Yeah, there's the dude-borne illness that makes you drink exclusively from the mansplaining well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, lots of dude-borne illnesses. Zhang Fengmian is just...
he's crawling with them.
He's rife with them.
Riddled.
So Madame Yu, naturally, I don't blame her for getting mad at this shit, because I get mad at it too. And she's like, what do you mean worrying about it? Are you kidding? Why are you so fucking indifferent? Like, this...
You gotta take a side, bitch.
You need to take a side. Like, our kids are gonna have to go there.
And she's like, and she knows that, like, the only viable option, because what the Wen sect is specifically asking is that not only do they have to send 20 of their boys over, one of them has to be a member of the ruling family.
Yes.
And so that means either Jiang or Jiang Yanli is going to have to go. And Yanli is not really much of a cultivator.
She's not great at it.
She's not going to go. It's not going to be her. What the fuck is that going to do?
She makes snacks and cares for people.
She makes snacks and is good.
She makes snacks and is good.
And so obviously it's going to be Jiang, and he's like, Mom, calm down, I'll go. Like, and she's like, well, yeah, duh.
Oh,
no shit, you're gonna go. Yeah.
This exchange is so good.
I know. Of course you'll go.
Like, look at your sister. Are you kidding me?
Out here peeling lotus seeds. You only put that away. You want to talk about picking some lotus seeds? Come on. You're better than this.
Come on. You're the mistress of the house.
Come on.
Mistresses don't need to be picking seeds.
She says
not a servant.
Yeah, she says the word of servant, which Wei Wuxian is like, he's aware of it. He's like, it says that he doesn't mind much, but the fact that it's noted is like kind of what is part of what's pointing me towards him being aware of this.
That's definitely that's a good observation.
Yeah,
because he just kind of continues on pointedly eating the lotus seeds, and Zhang Fengmian's like, hey, come on, baby, come on,
and she's like, don't you baby me? Are you offended? Are you triggered, Snowflake?
Facts don't care about your feelings.
What? I said servant. What do you want?
You really want to let him go to this thing? Zhang Fengmian's like, yeah, if he wants to.
If he wants to. And he's like, I want to go.
Wei Wuxian's like, yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, great, he can go if he wants to. But if he doesn't want to, like, oh yeah, it's definitely okay for him to stay, right? Are you kidding me?
Meanwhile...
Why is it that he can go if he wants to, but Ah-Chong has to go no matter what? Like, oh, really? You're so good at raising somebody else's kid, Zhang Fengmian. Like, there's literally no winning with this woman, and I think that's her goal.
Yeah. She's fucking mad.
And Zhang Fengmian's like, baby, just maybe go to bed.
We already talked about this. You don't fucking say that shit. Honey, you're cranky. You need a naply nap. Like, bitch, this is jiggy bullshit. He said this exact same shit to NMJ the other chapter.
It really is just passive-aggressive bullshit.
You don't say that shit to somebody when they're mad. My lady, you're tired. Bitch, you go take a nap.
And Zhang Cheng's like, Mom... And all he has to say is one word for her to go the fuck off.
She explodes.
She speed runs and long jumps to so many different conclusions here. Like, it's impressive. It's like a triathlon of jumping to conclusions.
She clips through the wall and enters the warp zone.
And she's like, what do you want me to do? Huh? You want me to shut up like your dad?
Yeah.
You're an idiot. Okay.
Stupid. You're not even better than this idiot.
You're not even better than this fucking chump.
And you're never gonna be better than him because his mom is so much better than me is essentially what she's saying. Okay, yeah, well I feel bad for you, but I shouldn't. Okay, sure.
I'll be the bad guy then.
Yeah.
All right?
Thanks for nothing.
I've defended you all this time, and you're still out here with this chump. How did you come out of me?
Talking about mom.
Mom, idiot.
And then
get out of my sight.
Yeah, and she leaves, and Jiang
receives lotus seeds.
He gets snack.
He receives snack because he was a little bit traumatized.
I feel so bad for him. He's trying so hard. He's, like, not even doing anything. He's just trying to make sure that they have, like, a dinner.
Really?
Like, he's the one who's gonna have to go deal with this shit, and he's like, Mom, oh my god. And, and then she just comes in with this whole thing, like, you fucking are the worst son ever. And God bless Yanli for giving him treat.
Yeah, he needed a treat.
Because he's just sitting there,
gonna give a quick treats per page update here. Treats per page percentage is up this hour, guys. We are at a 59.62. Good job, guys. Let's keep pushing.
Stonks. So he feels bad. His complexion is switching between purple and pale. I mean, he's just, like, on the verge of crying.
He's really trying to hold it in.
This is exactly how I felt when I had that one evaluation back when I was teaching, and they gave me no guidance, and then they told me that I was doing absolutely everything wrong.
God.
Thanks for telling me. But, just sitting there like... Just like, can barely hold back tears, and he's just not saying anything. It fucking sucks. And
it does. It's horrible.
And Jung Feng-myeon's like, well, time to get ready for camping. And I'm
gonna go find 18 more poor, unfortunate souls to do this shit.
I gotta wrangle 18 boys. And Jung Cheng, wants to say something, but he doesn't know what to say because he never knew how to converse with his father.
Woo! But while Wei Wuxian was proficient. Wei Wuxian's like, aren't you gonna give us anything, Unky?
Unky? I want a present.
And Jung Feng-myeon smiles and he's like, nope, bye. He's like, I already gave you everything I could give you.
How about I gave you those swords? Yeah, I gave you swords a million years ago. How about the thing we say?
I gave you those swords. I gave you that funny thing that we say. Oh, Wei Wuxian's like, oh, right, Unky. Attempt the impossible, right?
God.
Unky's like, that's it. And Jung Chung's like, but just take it easy, okay?
Yeah, attempt the impossible, but don't get yourself arrested.
Don't go
dipshit.
Don't get too nutty with it, please.
Yeah, only go low-key nutty with it.
We still have a sect to represent, thank you.
Yeah, I'm trying to look good.
I'm trying to look good. He always looks good. He doesn't need to worry about that.
He's handsome. So the next day they set off. Jung Feng-myeon says the type of shit that fucking Colin would make Alton say. The disciples of the Yunmeng-Jiang sect aren't as weak as to crack under just one of the outside world's waves.
And Jiang Yanli walks with them for a little bit.
Which is more shit squad. I didn't remember. Yeah,
I didn't remember this either. And she kind of walks with them for a little bit, seeing them off. And she says she filled everyone's arms with all sorts of snacks. And I was thinking about it in my head. I was like, she had different kinds of snacks, many different kinds of snacks for 20 people. She probably has a Chankun sleeve, or both of her sleeves are Chankun sleeves, just stuffed with thousands of snacks for the whole damn squad. That's the life I want to live, dude.
She fucking whips out an entire Wawa from her Chankun sleeve.
Yeah, dude. She's got it all in there.
She says, you want me to whip you up a sandwich? Just tell me. I got the whole deli right here.
I got some cappuccino. I got some beer.
I got some donuts.
Let me know.
Would you like a donut?
I got those gooey squares that you always think about buying when you go into Wawa, and then you reconsider because they're probably horrible for you.
I got that for real milkshake.
Yeah, I got that for real. She pulls out an entire for real milkshake machine. She's like, here, take this with you.
I got some sour skitty.
You might need it.
Got everything you need.
Here's the Reese's Pumpkins display. Don't ask me how I got it.
Would you like a hoager?
A hoager?
A hoagie? But they get to Chishan, and it's awkward camp. Everybody's here, and they're just people, a lot of people know each other, but it's just everyone's just kind of standing around going what do we do? And it's very teenage boy. There's some of these moments are just they're so tiny, but they're so yeah, that's little boys.
Yeah, they're teens.
It's teens,
and just the Gusu squad is here too, but they look a little off.
Yeah, they aren't looking so hot. But Wei Wuxian, of course, notices them because he's got Wangji radar all the time.
And John Chung's like, "Don't start shit today, dude. Don't start shit today."
Don't
literally
even
knowing,
yeah,
because it says excuse me. Wei Wuxian had wanted to go up to him and say hello, but Jiang Chung warned him, don't cause any trouble. Literally knowing just saying hi to Lan Wangji would cause a huge scene.
Yeah.
It's choice.
Ridiculous.
It's
I know.
so fucking funny.
But the thing is, Jiang Chung is the only bitch in this house that Wei Wuxian respects because, and he could only forget about it.
Yeah.
He's all right.
Don't go against that boy. This is their reputation on the line.
Yep. So then a greasy boy shows up.
A greasy boy, eh?
There's a greasy man on a platform, and he tells everyone to shut up.
Shut up, I'm talking.
Shut up, I'm talking. It's Wen Xiao, who it's been a solid, almost, it's been 35 episodes, I think, since we got to see him.
Yeah.
And I haven't watched the episodes with him in the donghua in quite a while. But, like, this just reminds me of how much fucking fun he was in the donghua. He's so shitty.
He's awful.
He's awful, but, like, his voice actor is having such a good time, and, like, he's just so shitty. He's so shitty. And it's just the way they describe him, like, he's greasy, and he's just acting like a fucking asshole, and he's just having a good time with it.
Yeah!
This is the type of just piece of shit villain that I like.
He knows he can do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
And so he just fucking rolls with it, dude.
Oh, yeah. He's just going for it. He had features that only barely crossed paths with the word handsome.
God! And it says, but like his hair, they felt a bit greasy.
For some reason.
And he says he's the youngest child of the Chishan One sect. It's weird because, like, frankly, I'm surprised. Considering Wen Rohan is such a huge narcissist, I would have expected him to just continue procreating until his untimely death. Like, I'm confused as to why Wen Chao does not have 19 younger siblings.
You never know. I mean, the thing with Wen Rohan is that for all of his deeds, he's not ever pointed out as, like, particularly fucky. Like, none of them are very horny. Like, I think if anything, horny for him is tied directly to torturing people.
Yeah, probably.
We also never get any kind of mention of a Madam Wen. So
right.
It or any kind of, like, concubines or anything.
Yeah, but my point in this is not that it's not necessarily that he's horny and he likes to fuck.
Oh, yeah,
it's more that he wants to sow his wild oats as much as he can because he likes seeing little mini versions of himself. Like most people who have many children.
Yeah.
They definitely don't do it because they want to take care of a bunch of children. They want a bunch of mini-me's. Like,
maybe his dick fell off.
Hey, maybe his dick fell off.
Maybe his dick fell off.
Maybe his dick fell off.
Maybe his dick got chopped off in a tragic torture accident.
A tragic torture accident. His hand slipped.
His finger slipped. You can't help it. It just happens sometimes.
Yeah, that's true.
Part and parcel.
But
no risk, no reward.
But anyway, everybody knows Wen Chao because he just really loves darkening everybody's doorstep and making a nuisance.
He loves
being a nuisance.
He loves to be there. He's like a socialite. This fucking shitty, like, Paris Hilton ass showing his ass up everywhere, being everywhere, famous for being famous.
That's fucking it. Famous because his dad is really rich.
Yeah.
And he's got a real sexy lady to his left with a mole that they spend a lot of time describing.
Yeah.
And a big hunky man on his right who appears to be in his 20s, and you gotta be careful to use the appears caveat in a Shansha novel because it's the classic excuse, you know? Mm-hmm. They're actually 400 years old.
Yeah.
So,
and when you look like you're in your 20s, specifically in your late 20s, like they say a little bit later, in cultivator world, that's fucking P-pop tier.
Yeah, that's like in the gay community when you're like 28. Or in like the drag community, 28, you're considered an old queen.
Yeah, you get your twink card revoked.
Yes.
Jesus.
And somebody... so Wen Chao gets everybody's attention and he's like, all right, give me your swords.
Give me them swords. Pay up.
Pay up, buddy.
Somebody in the crowd's like, why should we? And then he's like, oh, you want to play me? So, he gives this whole speech about how, like, none of you fucking idiots know anything. We're the only ones that know anything, and I'm here to indoctrinate you, which is exactly what you say.
I mean, at least he's being real about it.
He's being upfront, which is more than I can say for real-world fascism.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, can you imagine if real-world fascism was this transparent?
Yes.
It's like, hey, time to oppress you. Hey, we're passing laws to kill you in your own home.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Not really sorry.
Not really sorry.
Oh, God. And they don't like this.
Yeah, nobody likes it. Jiang holds Wei Wuxian down.
Completely preemptive.
He gives him an air swirly.
Wei Wuxian's like, what the fuck are you doing?
And Jiang like, don't you even think about it.
Don't even think about it. I love their pre-shit breaking bad relationship so much.
They're so good. Wei Wuxian says, even if this one is so greasy that it's gross.
Me, whenever I have more than a day off in a row.
Jesus.
No matter how much I want to kick his ass, I'm not gonna do it here. Come on.
It's gonna make her look bad. Come on, I'm better than that. Look bad. He isn't worth it. So, Jiang tells us about who Wenju Lu is, and he's the fucking granddad looking ass 27-year-old. So, because his youth isn't maintained well enough, and he's Mr. Core Melting Hand. We seen him in the donghua. And I'm really excited to get to him more in the novel because he's just so scornful, and it's like it's just made so much more of a point. It's good.
It's really good. I'm gonna make a note that I love how it's like Jiang's literal only function in this scene is to restrain Wei Wuxian and peacekeep, which is just so drastically different from the last time we saw him and any other time we saw him in the novel that it like just makes my head spin. Losing a brother really changes you.
It's different.
It really do hit different.
But yeah, he's like, yeah, he'll melt your golden core and it'll turn you into a normie. And before he helped Wen, and then he gets cut off. He helped Wen what? We never get his backstory, and that's the thing that fucking keeps me up at night.
We never get it?
We never get it.
Oh my god!
We just know that he owes some kind of debt to Wen Rohan, and that's it.
Wow.
And that's why he's so loyal. What did he help him do?
I want to know.
I want to know how he learned how to melt cores.
Yeah, he's such an interesting character.
I know. More and more people are saying this.
Where is the Wen Julio content? Where?
I want the extra about him. I would like one. Bitch, give me one.
Oh my god.
Don't dangle this dude in front of my face and then yank him away.
This big angy hunk?
Right?
Are you kidding me?
You can't dangle a big angy hunk in front of Roy and expect to get away with it.
It's not fair.
Are you shitting me?
It's not fair, dude.
Do you know who I am?
They clearly don't.
I swear
Because if
to
they
God.
did, they wouldn't be pulling this junk.
Ridiculous. Childish, but... So everyone's swords get taken away. Lan Wangji doesn't look great. He hands over his sword anyway, but he still looks like mad about it or whatever. He looks not pleased by it, I guess is the best way to say it. Frighteningly cold. He looks like Lan Wangji about it.
He's not as passive about it as I think they would have expected.
Yeah.
And I mean, as it turns out, they get their snacks taken away.
I know.
And all of the food there fucking sucks. It's like slop.
If I were forced to go to a re-education camp by a fascist regime and given nasty food, I would simply not eat. But that's just me. But it sucks. We just get, some stuff about how the food sucks, and they get their Winsect Essence Collection textbook. They get dragged around to do Ghostbuster shit to let Wen Xiao up his experience points.
Yeah, pretty much. So he has all of the disciples kind of crowd in front of him and beat the demons up. And then he goes in, deals the killing blow, and says, "Oh man, what a good job I did on this."
And all the Wen guys around him go, "Yes, yay!" And he gets to take all the credit and get all the experience points and level up, and nobody else gets to do anything. And then we get the the paragraph that the donghua staff read and said, "I know what to make an entire episode out of."
Oh, absolutely.
It's this bit about how Wen Xiao has this just petty bitch grudge.
God, because they were at the discussion conference one time, okay?
Okay.
And Wen Chao was in, and he was so confident, but he did his shit, and he only hit once.
Mm-hmm.
So he hit once. He missed the second shot.
He shot and he missed.
He shot and missed. And the third shot, he shot and he hit, but he hit the entirely wrong mannequin. So the people who ended up being the first, the four with the biggest scores, highest scores, were, of course, Wei Wuxian first, Lan Xichen, Jin Zixuan, and Lan Wangji.
Yep.
Oh, that's right. For some reason, I thought it was Zhang Cheng instead of Lan Xichen.
Yeah, like you would think he's in there, but no.
No, I mean, if Lan Xichen is there, it's got to be both Lans in the top.
Oh,
That
yeah.
it does make sense.
But Lan Xichen isn't here. He had other things to do, I guess. He's just out. He's doing him. He's vibing. He's not
They
here.
only needed one member of the actual clan.
Yeah.
So
So Wen Chao sees, that Wei Wuxian and Jin Zixuan and Lan Wangji are here, and he's like, fuck these guys in particular.
it's time to bully them.
It's time to bully
So
them.
he bullies them relentlessly.
And then we get some deep Jin Zixuan lore, which I really like.
Yeah.
He grew up having been cupped within the palms of his parents. He had never undergone such humiliation before. If not for how the other disciples of the Lanling Jin sect stopped him and the fact that Wen Zhulu wasn't easy to deal with, he would have willingly killed himself along with Wen Chao on the first day. Taking your ass down with me, fuck this guy.
And I will say, like, Jin Zixuan is great.
He's so good!
But, frankly, this outcome would have been a net gain if we're thinking long run.
You're kind of right.
I mean, Jin Liang wouldn't be around.
Yeah.
But
We wouldn't have had Juju.
Jojo! That's true. That's precious to me.
Juju is so important to me.
Jojo!
But I just really like this. He's spoiled and he's mad and he doesn't know what to do and he's just like, ooh, he wants to kill this guy so fucking bad. He's so mad. He's so mad. But
It's like, how dare he talk down to me like this?
how dare this bitch? Meanwhile, Lan Wangji has ascended.
Yeah, Lan Wangji's fucking...
Lan Wangji is having an out-of-body experience.
He's literally out of here, dude.
His soul had already risen out of his body. Lan Wangji has become floating poo gif.
Yeah!
And then Wei Wuxian is just like, nothing I ain't heard before. So then everybody's it's time to go for a little hike. We're going to Dust Creek Mountain.
Yeah, there it is. And I mean, at Dust Creek Mountain, it's like the nature is just so intense, you know?
It's a lot of
Sometimes
nature.
you go to a place and the nature is just way more
Nature.
robust.
It's robust.
It's way more robust than in other places. They can hear the little birds singing. They can hear the bugs chirping.
They chirping, they peeping.
There's a beautiful river, a beautiful river with some maple leaves, and Zhang Cheng and Wei Wuxian are shuffling along, kicking rocks and grumbling,
muttering insults.
cursing the one sect, muttering insults. I'm just in love with how this very simple but effective mental image. It's good
Out
to
in
me.
the beauty of nature talking some shit. Look at this bitch.
Yeah. And so Wei Wuxian can't help it. He peeks at Lan Wangji again. And he's kind of kept himself away because like Lan Wangji kind of looks like he doesn't want to deal with it. He turns kind of away whenever him and Zhang Cheng roll up. And Zhang Cheng, like, he'd also told him, you know, and he's got to listen to Zhang Cheng.
There were many times when Wei Wuxian wanted to approach him and annoy him.
Literally.
Yeah.
And he's looking at Lan Wangji and he's noticing like he's really favoring his left foot.
Yeah, he's kind of limping a little bit. And so he kind of realizes, oh no, is he hurt? So he
can't help himself.
He can't help himself.
himself.
Sorry, I gotta annoy him for the team, for the sake of curiosity.
He's like, hey, what happened to your leg? Like, oh god. I'm just like, Zhang Cheng, this is not your fault. Okay, you did literally everything you possibly could to prevent this.
You did your part.
You just can't tie down the tide. You know?
Can't. You can't hold the force of annoying. Wei Wuxian is like if at the end of Madoka, instead of becoming the concept of hope, he became the concept of annoying.
Yeah.
That's him. You can't fight that.
Yeah, and that's literally where the chapter ends, with him initiating annoying mode.
Yeah, he bursts into annoying mode. And that's where the chapter ends. And next time it's going to be chapter 52, which is Courage Part 2.
Almost Schwanwu-time.
Almost.
It's almost Schwanwu-time.
It's almost Schwanwu-time. Do you want to go to the Google Translate Essence Collection real quick?
Let's hit the Google Translate Essence Collection. I feel like it's more appropriate this chapter than ever.
It is. Because, not only did we get the actual introduction of the Wensect Essence Collection
yes.
in the novel, we also got, good old Wen Chad, who I'm laughing about always. So I found some excerpts that involve him, because I have fun with him.
Yeah,
and I
we
like
do
to
have fun with the Chow.
So this first one is from Russian. And this is a very short fic in Wen Chao's POV of him just taking Jin Zixuan's sword from him. So here we go with this first one.
All right. Yi Jin Zixuan, the arrogant asshole, knows this for sure. Knows, and uses his privilege to dare in the face. However, what is surprising? He was accustomed to his special position and rights from birth. At home, probably. They just didn't blow in his ass. Cleverly!
Cleverly!
Oh my god!
They just didn't blow in his ass.
They didn't blow in his ass, it's fine. At home, probably. I love the probably. That's probably my favorite part. Probably.
But, so this next one is from Malaysian. And
oh, fun!
We've actually had a selection from this fic before, like a million years ago, but this is a high school AU, and there's like a pep rally or a parade or something happening, and I think what's happening here, because this is, I don't know what Google Translate thinks this is. I think Wang Lingjiao is getting compared to Wen Qing or something, and Wen Chao doesn't like it.
Okay. Wen Chao, who heard someone curse her baby, in parentheses, ouch, kept turning towards the discordant voices. Indeed, ask their punter. But before he had time to do anything, strong cheers rang out.
Ouch!
Ouch.
I really like that, because isn't ouch the thing that is on the fucking Chad
yes
shirt? It's so good.
It's literally ouch with like an exclamation point.
He's
Wen Chad to me. It's fucking incredible.
Don't you dare. You better not curse my baby.
You better not curse my baby. I'll hex your ass.
Hex your ass. So this next one, and this is the last, like, official one.
Yeah.
This one's from Chinese. This one's a Venom AU.
Okay.
So Symbiote Wei Wuxian or whatever just attacked Wen Chao, like, while he was doing Wen Chao shit.
Wow, I love the concept of a Venom AU. What the fuck? Is it Wangshan?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Wow. Okay, sorry. This is the fucking godmother. Fuck. You, who are you? Wen Chao picked up the Swiss Army knife that fell on the ground, and the wilting power rose again. You dare to hit me? Do you be a hero? Believe it or not, I killed me before the police came you. Holy shit.
Fuck. You, who are you?
You, who are you? Fuck. You, who are you?
Assorted cheese hell. Yes. This is the fucking godmother.
This is the fucking
godmother. What do you think this is?
The fucking godmother? You think this is the fucking godmother?
The fucking godmother.
Oh, wow, that's the next hashtag female empowerment
God.
all female remake.
Don't speak it into existence.
The Godmother.
Jesus.
Watch it happen. It's gonna star Meryl Streep.
God. So this last thing is just, this has nothing to do with anything. It's from Turkish. I found it while I was looking for actual things. I just need you to read this in Lan Wangji voice.
Okay. Alcohol is prohibited in the cloud bucket. Wow.
Bucket.
The clown bucket. I fucking love that.
I really... Thank you, Turkish language.
Thank you, the Turk.
Do you want to do some questions?
Yeah, we'll do a couple questions.
Yeah, so we got questions, and if you have some questions, you can send them to cloudrecessespod.tumblr.com/ask or via Twitter at cloudrecess, just one pod.
It's very good.
It's very good. All right, so let's go to Tumblr first for once.
Yeah, let's hit Tumblr up first.
Yeah.
Technically the question is from Anonymous, but they're actually heir to Athens, one of our chief cultivators. And they say, sure is a shame MXTX doesn't like women. Mm-hmm. We see that Mian Mian gets out alive with a cute life as a rogue cultivator with a daughter and husband. If the other women had escaped her plot-driven femicide, true, what do you think they would be doing 13 years later? Would love some thoughts for Wenqing, Chinsu, and Ah-Ching.
They're all lesbians.
They're all lesbians, first of all.
First of
all, they're all lesbians. They live in a commune together. I think if Wenqing had been allowed to survive by MXTX, because, God, you're so right. She just really does not like women.
She doesn't want them around.
She does not want them around. She does not want to have to deal with them. And that makes me really sad.
Yeah.
But Wenqing, I think if she had escaped her fate, she would definitely still be doing medicine for somebody. You know?
I really like the idea of Wenqing, like, leading a reformed Wen sect that's, like, focused on, medicinal cultivation.
Oh, I love that.
You know?
Wow, I really like that.
Sect leader Wenqing.
Sect leader Wenqing, as it turns out.
That's what I want.
That's incredible. I love that for her.
Please. Chinsu get divorced, please.
Chinsu get divorced. Chinsu celebrate her husband's death. Her ex-husband's death.
To me,
mm-hmm.
ideally, that never would have happened in the first place.
Yes.
But we're asking about 13 years later, unfortunately.
Yeah, if Chinsu had escaped her fate.
Yeah.
Which was a band I listened to a lot in the 9th grade. You know what? I would like to think that she's, like, outliving her life somewhere.
Yeah.
In peace.
Yeah, I want
out
her...
of the Gene sect. I wish we had learned more about her.
Yeah.
You know?
And if she wants to stick around and just live the life that she's accustomed to, hopefully she just, ends up with somebody who can treat her right. And
please. That's all she deserves. Not all she deserves. That's the least of what she deserves.
Yeah.
Someone who can treat her right.
I just want her to have a good life. Yeah.
Please, God.
Please, God.
Jesus Christmas.
Ah-Ching. How old would she be? She'd be probably like...
20s?
Yeah, early mid-20s.
Yeah, early mid-20s. I'd like to think that she...
I would like to see her...
Found some way to join a cultivation sect and form her golden core and become a cool rogue cultivator or something later on.
Either that or I hope she, I think a thing that would be cool is if, because, there is, a slight genetic component to being a cultivator.
Right.
So, if she isn't able to become a cultivator, I would hope that she at least finds some way to just, at least defend herself. Maybe she takes up just, she becomes, a D&D monk.
Yeah! I love that for her!
What if she just became, an ancient Chinese vampire times luchadora or something? She
became Toph, but she can see.
Yeah! Ooh, that'd be sick as fuck.
It'd be really cool to me.
Let Ah-Ching be Toph.
Let Ah-Ching be Toph, as it turns out. The fuck? We love it.
We love it. Damn.
For Jiang Yanli, I just want to see her alive, man. Even if Jean Zixuan had died, I think Jin Liang deserved
him mom.
Oh, yeah, he deserved him mom.
Yeah.
Zhang Cheng deserved his sister. Wei Wuxian deserved her, too.
Mm-hmm. Everybody deserved her.
She deserved to become more than what she was relegated to in the text, in my onion. There was a lot of potential to do some really interesting things with her, and it didn't really get met.
Yep.
But oh well.
But oh well.
I want to see her, like, owning a restaurant or some shit. That'd be so cool.
I just want to see her, like, same shit with Shinsu. I just want to see her being happy. I want to see her doing the shit that makes her happy. And if that consists of making soup and being mom, have at it, girl.
Yeah! Make that damn soup!
Make that damn soup! Soup time!
Soup time, motherfucker.
Soup time.
Madame Yu would definitely still just be making everybody's lives hell. I think Zhang Cheng would be a lot less of a hellion. But also, we wouldn't get sect leader Rude Boy Sandu Sheng Shou Zhang Wanyin if she were alive.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm going to be real, out of all of the female characters, I think she was sacrificed to plot-driven femicide the least. Because it wasn't just her that died.
Yeah. That absolutely was not just her.
Yeah, so I think we can write her off.
Yeah.
As much as her character is very interesting to me, she was.
Yeah. I think might have been cool is if she had survived.
Yeah.
If she just like embraced, because we saw her in this chapter, like, she doesn't like being at the Lotus Pier. She doesn't like fucking around with the Zhang sect.
Just come back to the Meishan Yu
sect. Yeah, just go back to Meishan.
Fucked off. Said,
hey, you know what? About enough of this. I don't need this anymore.
Ah-chung,
if you want to come with, if you want to come with. Ali, if you want to come with. But I gotta do me. I love you.
I gotta do me. I'm taking my two best bitches. Come see mom whenever you want,
and
I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah. And, like, maybe not right away, because she's got kids who are, like, heavily traumatized.
Yeah, that whole thing.
But, eventually, when she's getting her life...
She'd fuck off.
She'd fuck off. She has that right.
So I think that covers the important lady characters, right?
Yeah.
Except for Lan Zhan's mom.
Yeah, that's a whole... we'll get
God
there.
almighty.
Let's not open that
we're not gonna bust open that can of worms.
No, we're not busting that pinata open tonight.
So we'll move on to the next question. It said, thank you, Heir to Athens.
Thank you.
You're a real one.
Thing.
Tumblr user Oat Plant said, who among the Sunshot Generation parents / guardians do you think is the least worst?
Lan Shiren.
Lan Shiren actually rules.
He's good. He doesn't get anywhere near enough credit. He gets so much hate from the fandom, and I don't understand it. It's like, okay, yeah, he's got to stick up his ass. He's not... Every time somebody writes him as being homophobic or whatever, I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
That was not the point.
It's not about it.
That was not the point of Lan Shiren.
He isn't homophobic.
No.
He's a lot of things. But the reason he doesn't want his nephew fucking around with Wei Wuxian isn't because Wei Wuxian is a boy. It's because he's the twink who invented necromancy.
He's a demon. It's because he's a demon who cursed Lan Wangji's dick. It's not because he's a man.
He's
because
fucking gremlin.
He's not even a man. He's a nuisance. His gender is a nuisance.
Yeah. Fucking Lan Shiren. Okay. This man, we said we weren't going to open the whole shit with the Lan parents, and I'm not about to do that, but if anybody has a deeper insight into that whole mess than Lan Shiren, point me them. But he saw all that go down, and he saw these two little boys who were ostensibly a product of that. Not gonna touch on that quite yet.
Lord.
And he said, fine.
Sure.
I'll raise them. And he did it! And they're good boys.
They're extremely good boys. They're the goodest boys in the entire cultivation sect. The fuck?
They're so good. And, like, I just, look, he wants what's best for them. He's trying his damnedest. Man never wanted to fuck. He didn't fuck.
He
Ended
never
up with kids
fucked.
anyway. Man wanted
He
to just...
never fucked.
Man wanted to teach and live his damn life. Lan Shiren, we stand Lan Shiren in this house. In this house, we give him credit.
We like him.
We like him. He's fine.
We like Lan Shiren. I'm sorry about it.
Sorry about it, but he's good. Get off my dick about it. Anyway. Thank you, Oat Plant.
Thank you, Oat Plant.
Getting off my soapbox now.
Next question from Tumblr. With everyone, it's from an anonymous friend. With everyone at the world's worst summer camp, I have to ask, what's your worst summer camp memory / story? Or school trip, whichever you'd prefer to answer.
So I never went to summer camp.
I went to a hippie Christian summer camp. They had chapels set up in different spots on hiking trails.
Oh my god.
It actually was not that bad. I'm trying to think of the worst thing from it.
I can tell you about...
It wasn't a thing that happened to me, but a thing that I did that was actually the worst.
Boy.
In the cabins, they were all like A-frame cabins that were kind of like half open on either end, whatever. And on the insides, there was like people, like campers and shit had like painted on them, like encouraging words and whatever. It didn't necessarily have to be Christian, just could be whatever. And there was like graffiti and shit all over the walls. Like it was a Christian camp, so it wasn't that bad. And they like washed off all of the bad shit. But my stupid ass, 7th grade, wrote
Did you write some Inuyasha shit?
No. Inuyasha was 4th and 5th grade.
Okay, sorry.
Obviously.
Need to get my deep Fallon lore timeline correct.
7th grade was when it was the year after Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows had came out, and I was still balls deep in it. And there was one scene towards the end of the book. I was a very big fan of Harry Potter and Draco Malfoy in a relationship romantically together. And there was a part in like one of the last chapters in the final book where he like saved him or whatever. And it was and I had the Deathly Hallows book like physically with me because I had brought it. And I wrote down the specific line where he like saved and like Draco like clung to him or something while he was on the broom. It's very fuzzy. I'm not proud of it, but that was definitely the worst thing that I ever experienced at summer camp. Proactively. I mean, retroactively?
Which one? Something actively. Drereactively.
God.
I know my worst school trip, because I never went to summer camp, like I said, but my worst school trip memory was, I might have told this on the show before, but I don't remember. When I was 5, I think, we went to the, like, farm, and it's the same farm where we have, like, a haunted hayride and shit around Halloween and everything.
Oh, yeah.
And you go and get pumpkins and whatever. But we went there, and they just kind of had, like, chickens and shit just kind of vibing, walking around. And there was a rooster that just, like, I ended up in, like a fucking Western face-off with this rooster. I remember just, like, standing in the middle of this barn, and it's, like, directly in front of me staring at me, and I'm 5, and I'm directly staring at it, and then it ran up and just sliced me across the chest with its chicken talons.
Oh my god, it's large talons!
It's large talons! And it sliced me, it sliced my shirt up, and I was bleeding, and I had to go home.
Oh no!
It wasn't good, it sucked. So that was bad.
Poor dogs. Poor baby bunny.
I think I'd still take that over going to fascism camp, but I mean, that's just me.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
Woo! Next question. I'm reading the first line.
Yeah.
And it's already a doozy. Next question is who, yes?
I mean, we've already answered this one, but let's go ahead.
We have. Next question is from an anonymous friend, once more. Not to be a filthy homestuck on Maine.
Here we go.
But homestuck AU? Who plays the game? Who gets thrown into sprites? What class specs? What race do they create in the new universe? I can only picture some technicolor monstrosity, maybe called fairies in reference to the cultivation setting, who would find Wei Wuxian's excessive trolling of Lan Zhan and shenanigans to be high-key the most romantic thing ever.
Oh my god.
Feel free to ignore this if this is too off-brand. I just finished rereading the comic in quarantine and I'm still recovering my sanity. Honestly, good on you for finishing a reread of that comic. Woo!
That's a task.
Yeah, that really is. This is a lot to tackle.
Yeah, but the thing is, we have answered the Homestuck, like the greater part of the Homestuck question. I think twice we've talked about Homestucking questions. So, go through the archives. It's somewhere in there. We've talked about class specs and all that. I know Jingy is the one who thinks the trolling is romantic. That just goes without saying. I like the fairy thing. That's good.
Yeah.
What? Fairy sprite? By the way, Fairy the dog of dog.
Holy shit, the dog of the dog.
Dog of the dog fairy.
Jin Liang fairy sprite. Wow,
Yeah.
That's actually kind of morbid.
Well.
Woo! But yeah, I think we answered the Homestuck question a few episodes ago. I want to say it wasn't too long ago.
I think we talked, one of the times we talked about it was a few weeks ago, and then one of the other times we talked about it was on, like, one of the first few episodes, I think somewhere in the first 10.
Yeah, because, we used to be about that shit.
Yeah.
So we do talk about it a little bit.
Sometimes we're all filthy Homestucks, it's just it's just the shit of it, but...
Woo! Yeah, it is, for a period of time there, I think we were all Homestuck.
Yeah, we have all gone through
We are
Homestuck.
all Homestuck.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Anonymous.
This is our last anonymous question on Tumblr.
Yes. Next final question on the Tumblr is from our final anonymous friend. They asked, hello!
Hi!
I was recently reading through some MXTX interviews, and she once mentioned she originally was going to write Huaisong's partner, but never got around to including them in the novel. So my question is, what kind of partner do you think Huaisong has? Love the podcast. I look forward to it each episode. Thank you so much. Oh, God. Huge?
Yeah, big.
Very large.
Big.
Like a retainer kind of guy, you know?
Yeah.
Like he tries to be cute about it, like, this is my retainer.
God.
But, the only thing he retains is the gape of his hole.
Stop it!
Thank you!
Why do you have to pollute everybody's timelines with the things like this every episode?
Do you have I'm sorry about it.
You're right, but I don't have to enjoy it. I mean, I do enjoy it, but...
He retains the gape.
God.
I'm sorry to say it, but someone had to. Let's move on to the Twitter. Let's move on to the Twitter.
I'm sorry, Anonymous. I'm sorry, but let's go to Twitter.
So our Twitter friends, we have several Twitter friends this week.
Palette cleanser.
Thank you, everybody. First question is from the one, the only, Jove at Ask Jovery. Hello? They ask, if this was an Animorphs AU, what do you think everyone's preferred animal shape would be? The Wens are yerks. That's just how it be. I guess Wen Qing and Wen Yang are like good ones.
This is another one we've answered, and I remember this because we talked about Animorphs on the episode that Funny Tiggy Sarah was on.
Yeah, Funny Tiggy Sarah, who has...
Go listen to the Wonder Yerks on Noisepace.xyz podcast.
It's an Animorphs podcast.
Yeah.
It's incredible because everything that Sarah produces is incredible.
Because Sarah Funny.
Sarah funny and good. I don't know what else to say.
What do you want from me? And speaking of Sarah products... Roy am going to be on Fear Baiting next week as a part of Schlocktober. We're going to be talking about Gremlins 2, the new batch.
Yay! Horrific!
Yay!
It rules.
Yeah, but yeah, that was whichever episode that Sarah was on, go look for that. I'm pretty sure we talked about Animorphs. 99% sure.
99% sure.
Which is good enough for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next question is from Elvier at Eruviru. I saw a video of a JC cosplayer ironing little Jean clothes. So my question is, If these characters can each be good at one household task only and mess up every other task they attempt, what would it be?
Oh, what a good question. Okay, which characters did we deal with in this chapter? JC, I really like him being good at ironing.
He's great at ironing.
He's a laundry boy, I think.
He's a laundry boy.
I too am a laundry boy.
Yeah.
I've always
being laundry boys. The problem is, in our relationship, we're both laundry boys.
Yeah. See, my theory my theory for a really long time has been that you're either a laundry boy or a dish boy. And when you're a laundry boy, you're good at doing the laundry, you're fine at it, you like to do it, cool. Perfectly acceptable chore. But you fucking refuse to do the dishes, it's nasty and you hate it. On the other hand, same shit but reverse if you're a dish boy. Neither of us are dish boys.
No.
Neither is JC. And I think he and Huaisong would have the same problem.
Yes.
They're both laundry boys. Except Huaisong is not a laundry boy either. Huaisong is a sit on the couch and doodle boy.
Sit on the couch and drink boy.
Sit on the porch with my little fruity drink boy.
Wei Wuxian is... Wei Wuxian being good at a cleaning thing?
I think he could be a dish boy. He has no problem with really getting into the nasty shit. Yeah.
I'll tell you, my soul, my spirit is telling me that Lan Wangji is really, really good at vacuuming.
Yeah.
And like cleaning up like clutter and shit.
I mean, dust proof.
He's fucking dust proof.
Dustless.
Hello? It's simple science and math.
Just facts and math.
It's facts and logic.
Yeah, it's facts and logic.
Destroyed with facts and logic.
Owned with facts and logic. Jin Xuan is like that 50 Cent tweet where he's talking about his grandma making him take the trash out.
He has a maid!
Fuck this, I'm rich, I'm gonna do this.
No, he's got a maid! It doesn't fucking matter. Jesus.
He has no idea how to do any chore. He doesn't. He learns all of them when he gets together with Yanli, but before that he did... No.
Yeah, she literally has to teach him how to do laundry. And when the boys hear that, they're like, ma'am? Ma'am? Dump him?
Dump his ass?
God.
Kick his ass to the curb? Remember how Shichen doesn't know how to do laundry canonically?
Yes,
Remember how that's the funniest shit in the world to me?
I fucking love it. Jesus. All right, next up. We've got an anecdote from a reader Oh my god. I guess they're technically a reader because they read Modo. A listener from Sweden.
Yeah.
Welcome, thank you. Their @ is @Immortal Donkey.
Lil Apple
says, so I'm new here and I want to say that your content is good and it warms my gay little heart. Thank you so much. Last episode, you talked about mascots, and I just need to tell y'all this. So take a seat, folks, and get ready for a revelation ice cream emoji.
Can't wait.
So, I'm Swedish, and the ice cream market here is ruled by GB Glass, which is part of the Cornetto extended universe. In parentheses, the lore is very deep.
Deep Cornetto lore.
And GB Glass has a mascot. He is called the GB Man, but his actual name is Clover. He is married and has a son, and he is a freaking clown.
Oh my god.
The wedding ceremony was held in an amusement park with a bunny mascot as best man. It was called the Ice Creamiest Wedding of the Year. Cornetto launched an ice cream for the occasion. Cornetto Freestyle, the wedding cone.
Oh my god.
Moral of the story, Cornetto clownery confirmed. Holy shit.
Sweden rules.
Imagine just like creating an entire other like set of mascots for an ice cream company because you want to make him heterosexual and canonically fuck. That's all this is. There's a little clown child with a little GB glass. Wow. Thank you for telling us this. I hate it, but like, thank you so much. Love is in the air.
Oh my god. It's got caramel in it. There's pictures.
It looks so good, though.
Every time I see an image of a Cornetto, boy, do I wish I could
immediately want to deep throat it.
Stop!
Shove it, put it in there.
God.
All right, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. We have one last question that came in through our DMs, slid into our DMs. Oh, Colin. Yeah. Can you say it, or do you want me to do it?
Colin says.
Chief cultivator of the show, Colin.
Chief cultivator of the show, Colin at Pagetish says, "Hey, which MDZS is most likely to buy Wei Wuxian a smoothie after doing 3 big yoinks? Who's most likely to do a he yoinky after 1 bad gloop? Wei Wuxian, because he's the only one who listens to that song. I hate this.
He buys himself a smoothie. 3 big yoinks.
And I buy me a smoothie." Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you're right, yeah. I actually, you know what, yeah.
This man is independent. He buys his own smoothies. You gotta find that song. Please make that our outro, because if I don't hear it one more time before the week is out, I will have a fit.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you're right.
3 big no, and she do what a yoinky.
Poured up a gloop. That's a gloop and a splurgy.
Poured up a gloop. That's a gloop and a spurgy. What the fuck else do you want from me?
Out here splurging.
3
more yoinks. Then I buy me a smoothie. 2 big splurgs and a big ass gloopy.
Poured up a gloop? That's a gloop and a splurgy?
Damn! Both?
A gloop and a spurgy?
2 of them?
Are you telling me she do what I yoinky? We gotta stop.
I think she might do what I yoinky.
She might do what I yoinky. Folks, that was it for our questions. They were a great set of questions. Thank you so much.
We yoinky a Patreon.
We yoinky the Patreon, and if you give us 3 splurgs and buy us a smoothie, you'll get some cool stuff.
You'll get some yoinky. If you go to patreon.com/podrecesses and give us $1 of yoinky a month, you can be a disciple of the show and get access to all of our Patreon-exclusive gloopies, plus a special role in our Discord. For $5 a month, you can be a sec leader of the show and get that plus a more special role in our Discord channel and a little thank you big-ass gloopy on the show.
Don't ever call anything related to me a gloopy again.
No.
I will duel you to the death over a goddamn gloopy.
Do it.
She do what I yoinky!
Plus, at the start of every month, you get a little...
You get a little doodle. We're a little behind on the doodles.
Yeah, you get a little yoinky. And for $10 a month, you can be a chief cultivator of the Pod Recesses world and get all of that, and an even more special role in our Discord, and you can listen in when we record our episodes. I forgot to do that this time. Oops.
Oh, shit.
Whoops. We had to split this recording session into 2 parts anyway, so sorry. That does include She's and Get iPad.
Yes.
Which we need to record.
It does. We will record She's and Get iPad presently.
Soon. And our donors get to vote every month on which charity we'll donate some of our money to.
Very nice.
It's good. Shout out. Let's give one.
Let's give some shout outs to our patrons.
Yeah, to our $5 sec leaders, Lenny W., Carrie, Lena, Rachel W., Audrey F., Corin, name redacted, and 420 sec leader Sarah. Thank you for supporting us so much, and also a big old $10 Chief Cultivator thank you to our Chief Cultivators of the show, Scout, Colin, Stefaniku, and Air to Athens.
Thank you guys so much for your support. We appreciate you.
We poured up a big old thanky.
And we're also pouring up for Noisespace.xyz for being that network that we podcast on.
Yeah, thank you, Sec Leader Matt, for allowing us on the network. And a double big thank you to Sec Leader Matt for allowing Roy's new project.
Nona Roy's
Night Marinera, which is a podcast that should be up, the first episode should be up by the time I put this episode up. It's a podcast where we look at creepypasta. Me and a guest every other week. It's every other week. Mm-hmm. We look at some creepypasta. This first episode, we have Sam of Jurgenit, and we're talking about Jeff the Killer.
Wow, creepy.
Spooky. But there's also a lot of other podcasts. Speaking of Sam, Jurgenit just had their 150th and final episode.
Woo! Congrats! They made the final lap!
And coming soon in the place of that is Kyle XY, where they're watching Kyle XY.
Kyle XY.
Kyle X. What?
All I remember about that show was I don't remember anything about that show. I think I'm confusing it with Smallville, which is a really weird show to confuse anything with, because that's just fucking Superman.
The only thing anybody knows about Kyle XY, and this is confirmed.
No belly button man.
Yeah, no belly button man.
No belly button man.
Man of no belly button.
Man of no belly button.
Yeah, that's the only thing anybody knows about it, so I'm ready for it.
Well, they're very, very good at sifting through absolute drivel and finding comedy gold. So I think it's really going to be a banger. Yep. Once again,
happy ham-boning prospector about it.
Happy ham-boning prospector about it. Once again, check out the Wonder Years.
Yeah, check out the Wonder Years.
If you're a fan of the Animorphs.
Yeah, check out Fear Baiting. They're doing Schlocktober this month, so they're looking at really bad horror movies.
Yeah. it's actually really good.
Hell yes. And check out the second newest, I guess, after mine, second newest podcast on Noisepace, Live Free Twi Hard, where they're watching the Twilight movies.
Yes!
What a good-ass title.
Live Free Twi Hard fucking rules.
Check out Pot of Greed also if you want to get your Yu-Gi-Oh! Fill, because they just finished the Duel Monsters.
The OG.
The OG.
Incredible.
Congratulations. Lots of big milestones on Noisepace.x.
Yeah, absolutely. They're fucking making numbers
on a damn roll.
Absolutely.
Hell yes. But yeah, once again, my name is Roy, also known as Nana Roy. I'm on Twitter I'm on Twitter at _Bnui_.
BNUUY.
BNUUY.
And also, is the correct spelling.
That's how you spell it. And also at Yeeling Hypebeast, which is my Modao side blog, where I've been posting a tiny bit, but not a whole lot. Whatever, it's content, yeah.
And I'm Fallon. You can find me on Twitter at America's Burden.
Yeah.
That's it. I am locked right now, but if you want to follow me, their requests are fine.
Yeah. And you can find the us of the pod recesses at cloudrecessespod.tumblr.com and on twitter.com/cloudrecesspod, just one recess.
Just the one.
Yep. Like, rate, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, YouTube. We appreciate it.
Call to action.
Call to action.
Thank God.
You know? And if you're 18 or older, you can feel free to join our Discord. The link is, as always, in the description. We love to hear from our gang.
We love to open up our doors to the squad.
We love to open up the server and see some heinous shit every goddamn day of our lives.
Yeah, it's really good. But once again...
18 and up.
18 and up, please.
Grown-ups only.
Sorry about it.
Sorry about it. But, hey, Ray.
Yes, Roy.
Do you know what we say at the end of every episode?
Is it Semper Bunny?
It's Semper Bunny.
Semper Bunny, folks.
Semper Bunny.
You are all my nephews now.
Devil has been solved. Semper Bunny.
One bad group and she do a yoinky. Two big splurges and a big ass groupie. Three more yoinks and I buy me a smoothie. For the prop loop, that's a gloop and a splurgy.